loneliness.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just curious, why do you think people are suffering, dealing from loneliness?
Easy. The lack of community, the online presence, social media. Obviously, I'm saying all the shit that's already been said. But I think AI is gonna really create a very, very scary world. I was reading into some reports about, and this has already been happening prior to AIs, but how human beings just fall in love with weird things, right? Objects. And I shouldn't call people's kings weird. I'm not king shaming anybody. But I think that the epidemic loneliness in men especially is real, because I don't think men has ever known how to be emotional and open and have those, like those how the ladies would get together, right? The brunch or the getting ready moments. And the one thing I'll give the ladies a shout out for is they're good at those types of like girly moments, communities, girl talks, right? Gossip, things like that. And I think gossip is good. I think that we look at gossip as a bad thing and only women do gossips. But like, as men, like, we should be able to gossip. And when I'm saying gossip, I'm not saying like, oh, talk shit about everybody in there. It's about venting out your feelings. Talk about how you feel. Like, for my roommate and him and I always talk about our days, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be making dinner. He'll come out, we're sitting, he's playing video games, or vice versa, right? If I'm watching TV, he's making dinner or whatever. We always talk about our day. I always be like, yo, how was your day today, Dave? It's like, how was work? What kind of projects are you working on? But it's having those meaningful conversations is super important. And men lack those meaningful conversations.
See, I can get more behind that part of what you're saying.
Yeah.
The meaningful conversations. Because I do think men do gather. And I look at sports. I look at a lot of different things.
I'll dive into that with you. Absolutely.
Or like, they do communicate. I think the meaningful aspect of what you talked about is what I think we have to improve on, because what I think what contributes to loneliness is I definitely agree with what you said, or it's like AI and all that aspect. But I think the number one thing that is harming people with loneliness is the death.
Yep. The real conversations.
We can talk about why you like LeBron James.
Yeah.
But like you can actually, let me say it like this: we can talk about that you appreciate and admire LeBron James, but like there's a deeper component of why you admire this person.
LeBron James doesn't care about you. He don't care about you.
But he represents something on a deeper level that I think, as men, we struggle with the loneliness epidemic, because we were like, well, people care. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It does matter why this person encourages you, and we move it from jealousy to admiration. Sure. And I think there's like an important aspect, because we communicate well when it comes to being on the sports field, and you can take that off of the field and put that, because like you said, venting is like super important.
Yeah, like gossiping, right? I'll dive into the sports side of it. So I agree. I think that, like, the one good thing that, as men we do gather for sports and events and poker, like all the manly things, right?
Yeah.
But they're like, I've been around all this, right? Like I've been around, like, I'm a type of person that I need real connections and I need real conversations. Yeah. And I will leave a room or I will leave a party. Like, I'm at an age now where, like, I don't, once again, right, at the beginning when I was like, I play no games on time wasting, same shit in like social aspects, right? Yeah. Where it's like, my time is way more valuable than for me to come in and sit here and watch a soccer game with 5-6 dudes. And this is all we're doing. It doesn't stimulate me. There's no meaningful conversations of any sort. And the one joke that I always, especially with my roommate now, because he stops watching sports a lot more as well. But I was like, Dave, you're just watching a bunch of millionaires play their favorite sports. Like, I don't care. I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch Holland in England, play Man City. And they lost. And it's like, my day is ruined. And I hate those types of, and I shouldn't say hate. I find it interesting for men or women. I'm sure there are women out there with sports like this too. Of course. I'm not just ladies. The new wave is ladies sports. I'm excited. Shout out to the Portland Fire.
You're watching a bunch of million.
Hey, Portland Fire. Hey, shout out to the women's Portland Fire. Give us tickets. We ain't playing no games on that. But the fact that they take sports or anything that's is not meaningful and make it their personalities, right? Where it's like, oh, the Bulls lost today and my whole week is ruined. And it's like, dude, the Bulls organization doesn't know you exist. Who's on the Bulls that's famous? D-Rose still playing, or I'm so out of depth with
the Bulls know they exist because they have credit cards and they swipe.
Exactly.
That's how they know you exist.
That's how they know you exist. They just like, oh well, credit card 12458 just bought another jersey, right? But for me, it's like, sure, we can gather, we can do all those things, but like what I'm just saying is that the loneliness side of it is that there is no real depth in conversations. There's no like, dude, I had a shitty day today. Like it's just been terrible, or like my girlfriend and I are going through a moment, or my partner and I are going through a moment. Like can I talk to you about this, or can I trust you enough? And I think there's not enough trust with men. I think there's this like, you're gay, or like where people are like, well, that's gay to talk to each other about feelings.
Never heard
dude that. They do that shit all the time, bro. Like it's like dudes be doing that shit all the time, and there was a I have slowly stepped away from friend groups as I get older, and as I realize that like, ooh, this is not where I'm at. Like there's a point also, I think, that you do outgrow things.
Yeah,
everyone does, right? And some people might stay where they're at, and that's okay. That's just kind of life, right? Some people stay where they're at, but I think that if you recognize that you're outgrowing certain groups, certain people, it's okay as well. And if you stay with them, the loneliness stays, and then you realize you're like, holy shit, there's really nothing for me in this. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, we have to have a longer pod on that.
Yeah,
and I'll just say this from a personal and professional standpoint, to usher us out. Like, don't get me wrong, because I'm not also like, have I heard like locker room talk and things like that? Yeah. But if you have a friends group and you express yourself and they say that
that's gay or whatever,
they challenge your sexuality, they're not your friends.
Nope.
Or if they're like, hey, I just broke up with my person, and they like have a drink, that is operating at a surface level and bigotry level of ridiculousness.
Absolutely.
So, Rob talks are about adding and having people have values.
Yeah.
And you got to value that, like Andrew was saying, like it seems like you're growing, and for my men and the women or whomever's listening, like your feelings matter. But as I always say in the therapy realm, everything eventually contradicts yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's a contradiction, meaning it's okay to have emotions, but then there's also time to have action.
Yeah.
And it's always cycling. So
yeah,
if you enjoyed this pod today, I want to thank you, Andrew, for coming on and having some stimulating and depthful
conversations,
because I definitely think my job, I hope that we accomplished is we got you to think differently.
Yeah, I love having those conversations, and I love, and thank you for having me on, and stop men with podcasts in 2026. But
don't stop me.
But not my boy Rob though.
Don't stop me.
But no, I love having those conversations, and like I said, I think that we as humans are lacking, and it also doesn't start with just us, like demographics. I'm in senior care, and I see it every day also in senior care as well. There are, you can be lonely at 10 years old, and you can also be lonely at 110 years old. So, even in senior care, like a new study just came out, that heartbreaks and loneliness kills seniors way faster than diabetes and heart failure. So, for all the listeners with grandparents and mothers and fathers that are older, have meaningful conversations with them as well too.
I agree with that.
Alzheimer and dementia also are on a faster increase because of lack of in-depth conversations, in-depth of human interactions. At the end of the day, we are social creatures, and the idea of like, oh, I'm just an introvert, I really don't believe that to an extent. I really don't. I think that you just haven't found the right group of people to be your extrovert side. So anytime when someone tells me they're an introvert and I meet them, I always go, well, let's go and have a beer and let's hang out. And then it's like, they're just a whole different person. Because once again, it's back to that safe space that you want to create for people, right? And when you are able to create those safe spaces and have those actual in-depth conversation and meaningful conversations, you will learn so much about people that you didn't even realize that those are the people that are introverted. So man, I'll leave with that. Whenever someone tells you they're introverted, don't believe them. Trust me. Men and women.
Hey, I might have to put that up as a poll.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Anytime someone, and I'm telling you, man, it's I guess the word of the day is create safe space, please, for everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. If you like what I'm doing, like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you soon.
Follow BBL Gang 503, please.